The ancient Chinese people's intelligence and aptitude are demonstrated by the bridges, which have become an essential symbol of old Chinese civilization. The Jinshajiang Bridge, Hutioxia, and its railway twin, just a few kilometers upstream of China's famous Tiger Leaping Gorge, have become the most photographed and well-known suspension bridges in Yunnan province. The Jinshajiang Hutioxia Bridge is the largest and highest of many stunning bridges that connect the popular tourist cities of Lijiang and Shangri-La on the Zhangli G0613 Beijing-Tibet Expressway. What used to take 3 hours on the perilous local route G214 is now a lovely 90-minute drive high above the Jinsha River Gorge and through scores of deep creek gorges and valleys. There have been previous suspension bridges with only one tower and even completely towerless suspension footbridges. Still, none had been built on a scale as large as the Jinshajiang Hutioxia Bridge. This single-tower record was surpassed in 2022 by the Lujijiang Bridge, also in Yunnan province, with a main suspension span of 780 meters. The Lujijiang Bridge, the world's longest and most magnificent single-tower suspension bridge, spans a secluded gorge in central Yunnan province, China. The distance from the tower to the mountain anchorage is 780 meters, breaking the previous single-tower record of 766 meters set by the Jinshajiang Hutioxia Highway Bridge. The sleek steel box deck on the Lujijiang Bridge is identical to that on the Longjiang and Puli bridges in Yunnan province. On the Yuji to Chuzhong Expressway, the Lujijiang Bridge is the largest and highest bridge. It will make travel more accessible and thrilling. The new bridge stretches beyond tunnels that erupt from high mountain faces on both sides of the valley and hangs above Lujijiang, which means Green Juice River. When compared to some of the world's longest bridges, the Lujijiang Bridge's length of 798 meters across a river valley may not seem all that impressive. Lujijiang Bridge has been hailed as an engineering marvel because of the breathtaking view around the massive concrete infrastructure and its imposing presence, even though it was a challenge for the project team. The project started in 2019 and took roughly 3 years to finish and opened in April 2022. And according to officials, the bridge will set numerous world records. Built in a V-shaped valley in the mountains, the world's first single-tower, single-span suspension bridge, it is supported at both ends by cables and has only one tower. All key supporting parts, including the 156-meter-high tower, the bridge access slab at one end of the structure, and the tunnel anchor at the other end of the structure, are erected on steep slopes due to the area's rugged topography. There are no additional columns, which gives it a striking aspect as it defies gravity. The bridge's single gap or distance between the supports is 780 meters. Officials claim it also boasts the world's steepest tunnel anchor with a 54-degree angle. Many obstacles were surmounted, including steep terrain on both sides of the strait, cumbersome transportation, the high risk of high-altitude operations, and multi-layer cross-operation. The difference in height between the bridge deck and the assembly yard is 320 meters or approximately 100 floors. The project team closely followed the one hoisting and one inspection system during the erection phase, and the steel box girders were hoisted in grid-based monitoring to ensure correct alignment and positioning. In response to the problem of slipping and erecting in the hole, the builders devised a unique way of longitudinal auxiliary traction and follow-up traction of the overhead crane depending on the real scenario and implemented a number of safety and efficiency measures. The bridge's steel girder is made up of 61 pieces. The steel box girder weighs roughly 10,000 tons, which is about the same as an Alfie tower. The maximum lifting weight in a single section surpasses 180 tons. The bridge will save travel time by connecting the cities of Yuji and Chuzhongyi Autonomous Prefecture in Yunnan. The Green Juice River Bridge connects the 190-kilometer-long Yuchu Expressway with the 9,000-kilometer Yunnan Highway network. Yunnan is connected to other major national expressways such as the Hangzhou-Ruli and Guangzhou-Kunming expressways by the Yuchu Expressway. Both Yuji, renowned for its tobacco production, and Zhujiang, an independent zone of the Yi Tribe Dinosaur Museum, are located in the middle of Yunnan province, between large towns like Kunming and Dali. On both sides of the bridge, travel time will be shortened, significantly improving the infrastructure situation in the counties and towns. It also plays an important role in promoting tourism development. The bridge's maximum speed limit is 100 kilometers per hour. This Western Chinese province's recent technical achievements did not stop with the construction of remarkable motorways. A new high-speed rail line between China and Laos will open in October 2021. After Indian troops took numerous strategic peaks on the southern bank of the Pangong Lake in August 2020 after the Chinese PLA attempted to scare them in the area, China has been working on improving its military infrastructure. Since the military standoff began in May 2020, India and China have not only worked to improve existing infrastructure. Still, they have also built several new roads, bridges, and landing strips along the entire frontier. The whole length of the lake is split 50% between Tibet and 40% in Ladakh, India, and the remaining 10% is disputed and serves as a de facto buffer zone between India and China. The lake's widest point is 5 kilometers. China is building a larger second bridge in an area held by it around the strategically important Pangong Tso Lake in eastern Ladakh, which could help the Chinese military quickly mobilize its troops in the region. The construction of the second bridge is well underway, with shallow foundations and columns to support each of the spill-out abutments visible alongside the first. This is China's second bridge of the year. Measurements indicate the second bridge will finally have a width of 10 meters and a length of 450 meters. The new bridge is being constructed simultaneously on both banks. Its dimensions indicate that it will be able to accommodate larger and heavier vehicles, such as tanks and armored vehicles. The first bridge was built 500 meters south of a vital People's Liberation Army position on the north side of Pangong Lake. The new bridge is being constructed simultaneously on both sides. The endorheic lake Pangong Tso is 135 kilometers long, with China controlling more than two-thirds of it. Kurnak Fort is near the midway point of the boomerang-shaped lake, close to where China is building the new bridge. India owns a third of the 135-kilometer-long boomerang-shaped lake, which sits at an elevation of above 14,000 feet. Fingers of mountain spurs from the Changchenmo Range jut down into the lake, which is a glacial melt. Driving around the lake takes Chinese forces over 10 hours to travel 200 kilometers from the north bank to Rutog. This would reduce the distance between Kurnak and Rudok to 40 to 50 kilometers. The Chinese are also building new roads to connect the south bank end of the bridge to Rutog. Another version stated that this bridge would reduce military induction from the G219 motorway by 130 kilometers. With India having better connectivity between the gap, China now wants to fill it. Around the midpoint of the lake's length, Kurnak is one of the lake's narrowest points. Once the bridge is completed, the PLA will no longer have to travel through Rudok to reach the south bank. The PLA garrison is stationed at Kurnak Fort on the north bank and Moldo on the south bank. The distance between the two is about 200 kilometers, and the bridge was built between the two banks' closest points, which are about 500 meters apart. Officials claim that this will reduce travel time between the two areas from about 12 hours to 3 hours and 45 minutes. Officials previously reported that the bridge is approximately 25 kilometers ahead of the line of actual control. The military infrastructure is meant to counter India's defense system. As per the new satellite pictures of a bridge under construction connecting the north and south sides of the Pangong Tso Lake, it was building speed peaked over the winter. The bridge is being constructed near India's claim line, which has been controlled by China for decades. The installation of the bridge appears to be a lesson learned by PLA planners trying to ensure seamless communication and rapid mobility for forces. Some of the official sources state that the big bridge was just starting to work, and the little bridge, which appeared in satellite photographs in January, was not a permanent bridge, but a Bailey bridge to support the main one's development.